What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I will be doing a complete live trading session, live analysis and live discussion about all aspects of trading. Now let's see, today is the third day of trading week. We can see that quite a few instruments, especially gold, we saw that there is a breakdown yesterday, has broken the support level. We might see that this instrument is trending today to the downside. So we'll be looking at one by one: gold, euro, dollar, GBP, USD, all the instrument, and also quite a few high impact news coming later today. So before I begin this session, make sure as usual you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I'll be looking at first of all gold to see how the price action is doing. Now if you look at gold on the lower time frame, what you see that gold had a massive breakdown yesterday. What we saw that there with this long bearish engulfer, gold has broken this support level. The way it has broken, if you look at this 4 hour, we might see downward trend on gold in all time frame. I'll be looking at first of all daily as usual, because daily is the chart where I start my analysis with the daily chart, as daily chart gives me a bit more clearer information. So from the daily perspective, this is the daily candle that has closed, which is quite significant. The reason is this daily candle it's a bearish engulfer, and this move that we have seen on gold, it looks like it's a fake move. Now because it made this fake move and multiple times gold grabbed liquidity from the resistance, bigger picture, what I think that gold might break down, which is very highly likely to happen. I think that gold might break down to even to this smart money area. The way this price action is formed, for me gold is preparing for bigger trend to the downside. First we found that we see the directional bias. So give a big thumbs up now if you are still not sure about which way gold will be heading. Nothing is guaranteed in trading, but for me, what I think that gold highly likely trending towards the downside. Now let's look at the higher time frame to see overall picture in the market. Now from the higher time frame perspective, from if we look at this bigger picture on the monthly, okay, let's see what things supporting that we could see that gold might be dropping further to the downside. Okay, first of all, previous monthly candle that we have seen on gold is a massive bearish engulfer. Now this monthly candle has a very important significance in it. First of all, it has a liquidity. It triggered all-time high, and when a candle form an all-time high, this candle has a very strong liquidity in it, strong pressure to the downside. And also if you look at this monthly candle that has opening and closing, if we look at deeply, this is the monthly candle. It opened above the previous monthly opening and closing, and you can see closed also previous monthly opening and closing, and also passed beyond the previous monthly opening and low. So this is a typical bearish engulfer. Now after this kind of bearish engulfer, now what we see, initially we expected to gold to feel that imbalance in that zone. What we see that gold, because there is a high pressure from the seller, we might see that gold buyers not being able to break this high. Instead we could see that gold coming down to this level or even breaking down to this level. Okay, so this is a monthly view. Very soon we could see that gold is breaking this monthly low. Looking at the weekly, previous week we saw this candle, which is a bullish candle, And this week we saw the price has gone up, tested the upper week and failed to break this high. Okay, instead create a lower high, and we saw this rejection. Now this rejection signals potential drop. That means that this is the drop, pullback. We see that another potential drop on gold. Now weekly and monthly very aligning. We see that the price already below the support. Now looking at the daily, okay, so coming back to the daily to see where the market will be heading. Now from the daily perspective, if we look at this price action, what do you see? That this is the preview, this is the doji, okay, a very significant doji, and we saw that the price has crossed above this doji, you can see, including the 20 EMA, and then closed passed by that doji with a long bearish engulfer. Now this is a very strong bearish price action because it had liquidity from both sides. Now today, once the market opened, the price below the support, and what I think that any time we could see that drop, and that drop might bring the gold to the below the daily support, and we might see even a breakdown to the downside from the daily perspective. Let's look at for the lower time frame. Now in this 4 hour we saw this move. This is an impulse. It's going up for a correction, which is very healthy. I think that with that correction we might see even gold is going to test this 20 EMA below this support term resistance. This is the support term resistance along with this 20 EMA. We could see that gold is going up to test this and then breaking towards the downside. Okay, so impulse, correction, impulse, and this is what we can expect on gold to trend. And you see this is the dynamic resistance line. We could see it's being respected, and then we could see that gold is coming down to create a new lower low. If we look at 1 hour, we can see already the price is trying to create downside. Okay, we could see that the gold now dropping from this level or even breaking this high and then dropping from this level, okay, based on where gold is heading. Okay, so very highly likely that we could see the drop, but I think that we might see another attempt, okay, to create a bit more overextended, and then we might see that gold is coming down. So let's look at very lower time frame on the 5-minute chart. Now in this time frame we saw that this local channel is broken. Let's see if we see that gold, this breakdown on the 5 minutes, okay, is a change of trend. We will look for selling based on the price action confirmation. If we see that gold is giving a very strong price action here, we will be looking for selling opportunity on gold. Let's see how it does, but I'll really be happy to see one more upside, okay, and then giving opportunity. But in the meantime, let's see how the price action is developing. If we see that it's starting from here, this 1 hour candle, this alone, if we consider this 1 hour candle alone, it's a bearish candle, okay, and yeah, so far it's a bearish candle. So from 15 minutes also we have seen very long bearish candle. I would really like to see that it grab liquidity from the resistance line. This is 5 minutes. There's a possible reversal here on the 5 minutes. So this is this 4-hour candle is closing. There is a probability for another drop. Let's see how the price is evolving along this zone. We will be looking to find any trading opportunity in that area. In the meantime, let me know which one you are looking at. Let's go. Thank you very much, Imran. Did you see US30? I will be looking at that big gap. Yep. Dar, good morning, coach. Thank you, Dar. What's your analysis on GBP pairs now, since there is a news release today? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Shan Salim, hi coach. If Fed decide pause rate hike, do you think gold will fly? Yeah, there could be a big change. You know that FOMC is a market mover. Definitely we'll be discussing. Just started the day. Let's see how it comes up. We'll be looking at how it might affect also. Georgial, good morning, coach. What's your opinion about dollar yen? Thank you. Yeah, I'll be looking at that. Sure. Daniel, hi, coach. US oil. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at that. Germany, please give your thought on dollar yen. Yeah, I'll be looking at the euro USD. GBP with major currencies. Yeah, Derek will be looking at that. Madoki, good morning. GBP, okay, Derek, no problems. Madoki, GBP news in 15 minutes. Yeah, GBP news definitely will have some impact on majority of the pairs. So what I see that gold, okay, so let's look at, in the meantime, GBP and dollar yen. You know, GBP JPY had a massive move yesterday. You have seen that. Okay, now with that big move, the price has formed. Let's look at the daily on GBP JPY, both GBP USD as GBP USD also, as I mentioned, it's a massive move on the 4-hour as well. This is a big move, and both of this instrument is a very strong bullish pattern. Now GBP USD and GBP JPY, very highly likely that after retest we might see another wave of rise. Now you can see that GJ, when I was doing the live session, is where this is what we are discussing, that GBP USD is likely to break out. It has done that. Now what I'm expecting, if you look at this trend line on GBP USD, okay, so this is a significant move on GBP JPY. You can see that this is a massive move. Now it's consolidating, very healthy. So what we can expect in this market, initial breakdown, liquidity grab, trending to the upside. This is what we will be looking for, guys. Very simple. You know, this is what I call the language of the market. If you started to see those patterns, it becomes much easier for you to predict the market. Okay, then you can find very good trading opportunity. Okay, and I know that many trader might be thinking to sell from here. Okay, it's at the top, very high price. Okay, forming red candle or pin bar or any kind of, let's sell. I won't be selling this market. This is why it is important to have understanding of the market. Now this is where you can see that if you see a market created an impulse, okay, and then a strong impulse, weaker, narrower, that's a very strong market. Okay, this is how market moves. Now GBP JPY, you can see that with this massive move, it formed this triangle. Okay, so this triangle. Now I have a question for you. This is the B, this is the A, this point. How does the price should move? Okay, now there are many ways can happen. You could see that GBP JPY has gone to the B first, has come down to A, trending to the A. Okay, there is another way to happen is the price first come down to the A and then trending to the upside. Here main goal is to find out when the price is grabbing liquidity, as liquidity is the fuel of the market. Okay, without liquidity the market doesn't move much, and this is the secret of catching bigger trade from the market is to look for liquidity. Okay, now if you see that this triangle and has broken down once, and then we'll look for buying opportunity. This is a bull market, we'll not look for any kind of selling in this market. Okay, it's a very strongly bull market unless news has done something completely different. That's a different story, but the rule of thumb, this market should be breaking to the upside very nicely, a range uptrending market structure. You can see that how this market is looking. Okay, now here the psychological perspective, sometimes it becomes a little bit of hesitant to buy, and this is why you know that the most retail trader lose money, not because they don't understand, not because anything else, but because fail to understand why you know we are thinking to sell or buy. Now the reason you know here most trader you know might be thinking to sell is because it's a kind of fear. Okay, that okay, the price already has gone a lot, it's a very high price, I really hesitate to buy. But you need to be brave in that case. Okay, now not blindly, we need to see that initially it has come down, given us the proper price action, then we look for buying opportunity on GBP JPY. Let me know in the chat. So looking at Deepak and USD, yeah, we'll be looking at that. Good morning, thank you very much. Hello coach, can you look at US30? Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Nanil B, thank you. Thank you very much. So let's, in the meantime, let's look at dollar yen and US30 and NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ trade that you opened is still running. How many of you were on that trade which is running in profit? And yeah, let's keep that on. Are anybody running that trade, the NASDAQ trade that you have opened yesterday? Let me know in the live chat. Make sure guys you always open any position in your demo account. Okay, okay, so we see that NASDAQ, if we look at, so NASDAQ and US30 almost in the same direction. So let's first look at US30. Now US30 open with a gap. All right, for me it's giving another opportunity for bullish. Now let's look at overall picture, looking at the monthly. Okay, very important thing to look at here on the monthly on US30 is the price has broken monthly high. Okay, so it's an all-time monthly high. It's just last almost 14 days there has been a significant bullish move. Now what I think that NASDAQ US30 might be consolidating here. Okay, because if you look at this monthly candle, okay, it's a big move. Consolidating means we might see pullback and then we will be able to find bullish. Now after this kind of monthly move, if you look at, you see that the price already crossed the previous monthly candle completely on both sides. Okay, on both direction the price has crossed the previous monthly low, high, every side. Now once the market created an overextended US30 coming down for a pullback. Now what I think that because it created an all-time high, I mean not all-time high, like the previous monthly high has broken, we could see that US30 coming down to this support level for a deeper pullback, and then we might see another attempt from the buyer. So let's look at the weekly. Now weekly price action is quite significantly bullish. You can see that there is this weekly pattern is very predictable. You could see that this kind of pattern gold on the lower time frame all the time when gold create a reversal. Okay, now we see that this market trending very nicely in a healthy way. This is the weekly impulse, deeper correction, it is in another impulsive phase. Very easy equation. Now it may not go straight away. What we could see, if we look at on NASDAQ US30, let's first of all see how much pullback it has made for this move on the weekly. Starting of the move to the end of the move, we can see that the price is up to this Fibonacci level, 61.8%, nearly reached there. And then with that Fibonacci pullback, Fibonacci retracement, we saw another move. Now this is the weekly price action. What I think that we might see now a bit more deeper pullback, and then slowly again turning to bullish. Bigger picture perspective, we might see even a retest of this neckline. There is a reversal here, as you can see on NASDAQ from the weekly, double bottom, breakout, retest, and then continuation of the trend. That could be the pattern, but for shorter term perspective, we might see a pullback and then another uprise. So looking at the daily, you can see the price already has broken to the upside on the daily. This is a predictable move that we expected on US30. This is the daily move. Now if we look at this overall picture, what we see, an impulse, correction, impulse, we can expect another correction, and then continuation of the trend. Now there are two possible scenarios could have happened on US30. One is after retesting this zone, we might see even a reversal for retest of this smart money area and then trending to the upside. This is also a very high probable scenario, is because if you closely look at this overall picture, you can see that US30 was respecting this resistance line for very long time. Okay, so this is the resistance line on US30, and with that resistance, the price has broken out of this completely with a very aggressive move on US30, and with this move now we could see a retest, okay, to the downside. Now this is a prediction, but the scenario could be that once you see that reversal has happened for this drop, we cannot guess in an uptrending market. Always a good idea to wait for confirmation. Now with this gap opening, we might see consolidation, and then we could see deeper drop on US30, or we could see the continuation to the upside. Which one we'll be looking at is, for me, if I see that the market has formed significant reversal, then I'll look for selling opportunity. Otherwise, if we see that the market is still maintaining a bullish market structure, we'll look for buying opportunity on this one. Okay, now looking at NASDAQ, if we look at the daily, now this is the trade that we opened yesterday on NASDAQ. For me, NASDAQ is strongly bullish even than US30. Now you can see the price grab liquidity multiple times and then has broken to the upside from here. What I think that NASDAQ after pullback, we still can expect this move to the upside. Okay, if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily the price created this daily bullish candle, and then we saw today so far the price has opened with a gap, and then we can expect the price to continue to move in that direction on NASDAQ. If you look at bigger picture weekly, this is after this previous weekly doji, there is a significant bullish move to the upside. Monthly also the price is hitting a resistance line. I think that very highly likely NASDAQ may break this monthly high. Okay, breaking this high, and then we could see that NASDAQ again coming down for pullback. So there is still probability for NASDAQ to move towards the upside. Okay, so you saw the candle close. Let's look at gold 4 hour, how it has done. Okay, so gold closed with a red doji. Okay, now this is a very strongly falling market. Let's see how it is doing. Okay, so gold price action, for me, I see the potential downside. Okay, so you saw that gold after this local channel, this is the local channel, that local channel is broken. Okay, so we see that this is a local bullish channel. Okay, moving towards the upside, creating series of higher high and higher low. And what we have seen that from the channel, gold has broken down completely. So this is the 5-minute chart. Let's see how the price is forming. So you could see that gold might be selling off. if we look at this, okay, so any kind of strong liquidity grab from the top, we will be able to find selling opportunity if we see that have happened. Okay, so let's see, we'll be looking at that. In the meantime, let's look at the news, how it has done. So if we look at the calendar for the news coming, we see that GBP, so forecast and actual are same, there is no deviation. So GDP, let's look at how it has impacted the GBP pairs. Okay, so we saw that from GBP USD and from GBP JPY perspective, GBP JPY didn't move much. GBP USD, okay, so GBP USD, we saw that little bit of downside, which is good for, it's a bull market. Initial drop is needed, but GBP JPY is maintaining strong bullish price action still. So GBP USD, you can see that this is a strong move. Okay, now on GBP USD, if we look at this overall picture, we can see that this is from the support. Okay, this is a big move, correction and smaller move, and then there is a big move, local breakdown, that what I say, break of the swing low, and once it grabbed a huge liquidity from here, it created a new move. Now what we need, for me, what I will be really happy to open buy on GBP USD once I see that GBP is especially broken this low. This low is quite significant. If GBP USD managed to break this low, okay, and grab liquidity, we'll look for buying opportunity on GBP USD. And with the GBP JPY, if I have a choice to go along with GBP JPY and GBP USD, I'll pick GBP JPY. This one is very aggressive. Okay, you can see that this is the daily chart, and from this support, the price has completely broken to the upside. You can see with this daily, previous day's move on the daily time frame, we saw this breakdown happen, and then the price has gone to the upside. So from the 4-hour perspective, we can see this move very strongly bullish. Any kind of long wick candle, as soon as it will create, I will go long. Okay, and this is one of my favorite pair now for trading. Okay, holding to the upside. Now you have seen that we do open quite a few trades. Okay, Aussie yen trade in the similar way. How many of you were open this Aussie yen trade? If you remember yesterday's during this live session, in this time when the Aussie yen was priced here, this is what we are discussing, that I'll go long with Aussie yen. We already opened that trade, and I know that many of you also have seen that, maybe have copied that trade. Okay, Aussie yen, it has given us the 2 times profit on this one. Now I really want to discuss one thing, that how does we manage the trade. And this is more often I talk about, because trade, not only opening a trade will give you profit, you need to also manage the trade, and trade management is a very integral part of profitable trading plan, trading system. Now first, let me tell you, because it's a really a big understanding how to manage a trade. Okay, see that Aussie yen, we open here. Okay, let me know in the chat how many were in that trade. You can see exactly here I posted the alert with this entry and a stop loss below this low, which is 2-to-1 reward to risk, is in fact a very good risk to reward, 2-to-1. Even if you lose many trades, still you are profitable. Okay, now stop loss at 94.305, stop SL at 93.974, TP at, now this is not it. Look at the update, okay, that I have sent. Now why did I move the stop loss 94.24 instead of moving it to the entry? Now this is why I'm bringing this point here, guys. This is the real learning that I will tell you, because you will not find anywhere this kind of information. I haven't found it, okay, when I started. So I would like you to pay attention and understand, and any question, don't hesitate to ask me. Now you can see that Aussie yen trade, I could move it to because our entry at 94.305, by default, most you'll see that will send you an update, move entry, stop loss at entry, make the trade break even. But what did I do instead? Moving the stop loss at entry, I moved the stop loss below this candle at 94.24 instead of moving at entry. You can see that exactly 94.24. okay, now just couple of pips, and what happened, the next candle has come to test that level, okay, and then just respected our stop loss, and then has gone up, has gone and then went to the full profit target. If I move the stop loss at entry, definitely will be out of trade. We have closed half profit, but we couldn't take the full profit trade. This is how the trade management, this is a complete understanding of how to trade, how to become a profitable trader. Not only opening a trade, learning the strategy, see how the trade works, how to manage the trade, and when to enter, when to exit, when to move the stop loss at entry, or where to move. Okay, this is like a complete trading university that if you want to join, you can join us. There is a link in the description area, and also link at the top of the chat. If you are a member, you'll see all the trade like this that I'm sending, all the updates and all the trading tools that we are using in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I'll say that this is the best decision you'll ever made. Click the join now button and then join us to be part of this trading community if you really want to gain the financial freedom that you deserve. So there is a link in the description. Let me know if any questions. So Aussie yen has gone up, has moved in the direction. Let's find out now where we can find the next move, like the GBP JPY, Usdjpy also forming, is still bullish. I'll wait for another liquidity grab, especially from this zone, and then I'll look for another buying. But at this point, I see more opportunity is in GJ, in any JPY, and CHF also very strongly bullish. You will be looking at that. Thank you very much. Good morning, coach. Any retest of gold up level? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Yadu, thank you very much. Ritik, GBP news. Yeah, GBP news. We saw that. Hi, coach. Let's see. FOMC. Yeah, Mark. Also GBP trade. Yep, Mark. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at that. Yeah, FOMC is really significant. As FOMC coming, we should be able to see some very good trade coming along the way. FOMC day is very volatile, and I will look for very good opportunity in this FOMC. Let's see. Does bull in US30? Yeah, absolutely. US30 price is definitely affected by USD news. US30 NASDAQ are very volatile now. Yeah, coach, but you have a big gap now on US30. You are saying that Imrani. Good day, thank you very much, Reddick. Is there Euro USD going down, coach? Okay, we'll be looking at that. John, thank you very much. It's awesome. Thanks for your appreciation. Coach, dollar CHP, dollar yen. Yep, gold week. Hi, coach. Gold moving. Which segment will benefit if FOMC pauses the rate hike this month? We'll be discuss that. Is a UD CAD good to enter? AUD CAD, I'll be looking at that. So let's see one by one. We'll be looking at euro dollar, dollar Swiss franc, and dollar yen. So looking at euro dollar. Okay, euro dollar, like the GBP USD or all the USD pairs, we saw this from the daily. This move happened to the upside, has broken this resistance line. Now today again the price is coming down. Now euro dollar, if we look at the weekly, we can see that the market already has made significant movement towards the upside. What I think that now, if we look at the weekly, as you can see, I always frequently look at the bigger picture, because bigger picture will give a clear direction in the market, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. From the weekly, we see that euro dollar so far has a potential, a significant movement towards the upside. Now this is the weekly candle. Now looking at this kind of candle, okay, always gives a bigger advantage. Let me tell you what it is. Let's say if you see a monthly candle like that, initially has gone up well above, okay. Now at some point you saw that this monthly candle has come here and formed this long wick, right, in a bullish market. What can you expect in this market? To continue to drop further, or at some point to feel that long wick? Definitely, you know that, okay. When you see this kind of move, a full body candle, and the prices come down, long wick is in fact possibility that the price will go up and fill that wick. So this is the big advantage of looking at bigger time frame. Now if you look at euro dollar weekly candle, you can see that this candle already created a move, long wick, the price is coming down. So any kind of further drop will give us another opportunity to go long on euro dollar. This is the weekly. Now if we look at the monthly, from monthly, what I see potentially euro dollar is a long-term bullish market. You can see every month the price is creating series of higher low along this direction, and with that series of higher low creation, euro dollar with this monthly move has created so far bullish move after little pullback. But I think that euro dollar will continue to rise in that direction. So looking at the daily, now from the daily perspective, this is the daily candle that has half wick, half body. I think that we might see on euro dollar, a bit more downside for a deeper pullback, and then if we see that bullish pattern on the lower time frame, then only you can look for buying. From daily, there is one thing that we need to keep in mind is that the price has triggered this swing high resistance line. Because it has a liquidity in that area, we might see that a bit more deeper pullback. Okay, now looking at this is where we will see actually how the price action evolving. So far it is typically bullish price action. You can see euro dollar with this massive move, form a triangular pattern structure, had another breakout. Now we can expect again the price come down, okay, test this previous resistance here, which is turning support along this area, and then we can expect euro dollar to continue to rise in that direction. So this is a bullish market like GBP USD and all other instrument. Euro dollar, for me, it's a bull market. Any opportunity will come along the way. If we see strong rejection, we'll look for buying opportunity on euro dollar. Already it has made significant move, as you can see, back to back 5 sessions pullback. So I'm saying it as a pullback. Okay, how do I consider a pullback or an impulse? These are the key factors that as a trader, I think, how do you guess what I say? Guess is because nothing is guaranteed in trading. But if you guess, then how do you guess that this is an impulse, this is a pullback? Can you let me know in the chat? I want to see how you guys are interpreting this market, because more often I learn a lot of things from you also, guys. So let me know in the chat that how do you consider this one as a pullback and this one is an impulse? Because by knowing that, you know that which way to trade, either to buy or sell. Mohit, thank you very much. Mohit, favor, hi coach, dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. So let me know, guys, in the chat that how do you consider it is a pullback, not an impulse to the downside. So in the meantime, let me look at a little bit of gold. Okay, so gold, after breaking this doji now, okay, so you see now upside coming. We might see, okay, so you see that gold, let's see. Okay, so that means that gold, we might see a bit more upside from short-term perspective. From 4 hour, here's broken the doji. We might see now gold is heading to this 20 EMA. From daily, we see that possible move. Okay, so I see, are you still okay? And the grab liquidity. Okay, going back to the euro dollar. It's an uptrend. Peace, joy, very good. Grab liquidity. Good morning, Noami. Thank you very much. Broken structure. Okay, so I see some good response. Anyone else to tell, and then it will be okay. So very good answer came out. US30 running, yeah, absolutely, on 4 hour. We'll be looking at that again. Morning, coach. Impulse candle are longer, while pullback usually thin. Very good understanding. Yeah, again, I see that most of you have a good understanding. Look, you can look at the market in many different angle. Okay, all majority of the times you say that you are right, but let me tell you my understanding, how I look at this. Now when you look at, first of all, when you look at a market, whether it's a pullback or an impulse, understanding is very important, because if you see an impulse and then pullback, then you look for buying. But if you see that a market in an impulse, then you will be selling. For example, if it is if it is in an impulse and then this is also an impulse, you look for selling, right? Because in that case it should be dropping. But instead, if you know that this is an impulse and this is a pullback, then you look for buying. See, that's very important. Okay, now couple of factors. First of all, when you identify the trend in a market like this, okay, so creating series of higher high and higher low. All right, now always expect the impulse towards the direction of the trend. The major trend is up, so impulse is towards the direction of the trend, first of all. Secondly, when you see that the candlestick pattern that I can say, this is the key points you have to look at. Now you know that we look at the chart, but it's behind the scene there is something else. Okay, there's something else going on. There is a buying and selling happening on the other side, right? Now this candlestick pattern is the representation of the what's happening between the buyers and sellers in the market, right? This is the comparison. Now if you look at the green candles, what do you see? Imagine, I imagine, like, imagination is the key. Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagine that these candles are not candles, they're human. In a racing field, the two teams are racing together. Now see here, who is stronger in this zone? If you look at this box, look at these green candles, okay, a very longer, stronger, healthier. Now look at these red candles. You can see they are weaker, smaller, and more numbers but less in value. So if you look at this 6-5 green candle, created this move, and if you look at this 5 red candles, has come to half. So that means that if you again go back to the racing or sports, then 5 people has been able to, let's say, run 500 kilometer, another 5 has been able to run 250 kilometer. Who is stronger, or who are stronger? And definitely you know that this green are stronger. Okay, now in this is how, when you think and you rewire the brain, it becomes easier to understand, not to trade against the trend. Now in that case, who will be mostly in control in this market? Definitely the buyers are in control, right? Because they are stronger, and definitely we can expect to move to the upside. Then this is how, when this is how I rewire my brain, then I don't think to trade against the trend. Otherwise, if we learn in a way, for example, okay, there is a pin bar, the price has gone well above, now we look for sell, so it will not take you to the right philosophy of the market. When the way how the market logically moves, you will be in tune with that when you know the real way the market moves. So this is why this is a pullback and this is an impulse. Okay, once you understand it, you can read any market in anywhere. You will see exactly which one is pullback, which one is impulse, so that you can take the next decision in the right way. Okay guys, hopefully that you understood. In the meantime, if you guys anyone looking for regulated broker. Our recommended broker is Trade. So you can use the link in the description. Also, I'm giving a link in the live chat for Trade. So Trade regulated broker, I've given a link in the live chat. You can click the link, register for free, and then start trading with a regulated broker. I recommend you to do that. Okay, we'll be looking at US30 mark, Euro USD consolidation of a buy move because most weak are on the bottom. Very good understanding, Mark. Appreciate that. O'Neill, I'm in Sydney. O'Neill, Australia. Box information. Thank you very much. Institutional people buy like yeah. It's called in a pullback. Oh, we'll be looking at that. US oil. Very good. Sugar. USD CHF. Okay. Thank you, Derek. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's look at going back to gold to see. Okay, I think that gold might go gold might try to again break another move to the upside, because locally what I'm saying, if you look at the 4 hour, you can see that there is this is the 20 EMA, okay, on gold on the 4 hour, and there has been a significant movement. I think it needs a proper retest of this support as a resistance, and then we could see that gold again coming down. This is a bearish market, guys, and if you look at the daily, what I see that gold highly likely after going up, we might see that again coming down for a drop, and we could see gold slowly. The way I see this structure, for me, it's a bearish structure now. We expected gold to create a new higher, to reversal, but instead it failed to do so, so that the market grabbed the liquidity and then created this bearish move. Now highly likely we could see after retest, we will be looking for selling opportunity on gold. I want to see a bit has gone up, and then we will be looking to enter a trade. We do open quite a few trades, guys. If you want to trade also all of them, including gold, euro, dollar, and all the trade instrument that we are trading, you can join us. There is a link in the description. There is a link at the top of the chat. I recommend you to join, because that's how you will be able to have an environment to trade with. Staying with the environment is very, very important. I saw when I started my trading journey, I haven't found anyone even knows what is trading, and it was hard for me. If you are in that situation, then definitely I would say that staying connected is very important, because those who are not trader, sometimes they hold even negative experience about trading or ideas. That's definitely draining, because they said that you will be always be average of 5 people you stay with. So if you are in a situation where you are not supported as a trader, very difficult to be profitable. I'm telling you, this is the real science. This is what I have seen in my experience. It's very difficult. So that's why I created this chat group where the traders are able to talk, interact, post content, okay, share ideas, share informations. And this is why, and if you are our member, then you will be there forever, so you can check it out, be connected, and then any question, I'm always here. This is my job, okay. I just do it as long as I can, all day long. I love trading. I hope that I am sure that you guys also love trading. How many of you love trading? Let me know. What you do, you need to love, then you can excel. Okay, it's very important that you do what you love. You might don't know maybe if you love or no. Let me know. There is a way to know either something, because many people, you see that they do things they think that they love, but actually they don't love. How do you know that if you do something that you love? There is a way to know. Can you share your ideas? NASDAQ reverse from this level. You will be looking at that. Please, can you check analyze on gold? So gold, what I expect on gold is, you can see the price is on the lower time frame. It's consolidating here. I think that what I think, gold might go up again. I think it might go up further, and then we could see that downside coming, because you can see that this is a very strong rejection, and it's in a pullback. I would love to sell if I see a bit more upside on the lower time frame. Then I would love to sell on gold. Yes, coach, I like it. Very good, Derek, thank you very much. Chamberlain trading is exciting. I absolutely love it, but still learning so much. Very good. Yeah, it's important that if you do something you love it. There are two ways to know it. First of all, the only way that I found to know something you love or no is if you do something, when the time and the space disappears, this is what you love. When you can merge into the things that you are doing, it's the key points. There is a term called flow state. So when if you want to excel in something, let's say, you'll see that some people do very well in something. Okay, if you want to do really well in something, that comes from the place of going in a state of flow. So state of flow is like, for example, if I give you a clear idea of how you understand it, let's say an athlete or a soccer player or a cricket player, when they play the sports, they at some point they forget everything. They only completely merge with the flow. That is called the flow state. So when let's say you love trading, okay, and you become completely immersed with it, completely absorbed, that you forget about the time and the space, and you can do it long time without getting tired, without getting stressed, and that makes you excited when you wake up in the morning. That is called, you love what you do. Now the difference is that when I was doing a full-time job back then, before I start trading, I remember every Monday was like a nightmare. Okay, what I say night day, because daymare, what I would say, because I wake up in the morning and it's stressful, because it's not about the hard work that I did. It's about the environment, about the way I was doing the job, and I didn't like it, I didn't love it, and I didn't settle for it also. That's why I did that, and then I spent, so I worked 9 to 10 hours full time, and then I spent another 4 to 6 hours every day to learn trading. It's a very impossible way that I did, but I would say that even if you are doing, I did it in a very fastest time, but you might take a little time. What I would say, that don't quit from your job. Instead, if you don't like your job, do something beside, and then develop. That's why I find that trading is very, very effective, because let's say if you do other business, that some people do other things, that's where you need a lot of things beside to be established, to be profitable. In trading, the only thing that you need is self-control and a bit of learning. No need anything else. A simple laptop or PC or a mobile phone, that's enough. Here the key points, as the JC Livermore said, that a trader's greatest enemy himself. If you know this, if you understand it, you almost halfway to becoming a profitable trader. It's no one else. Is you need to develop a very strong self-control, and then you can become profitable once you hold on to it. Self-control or emotional resilience is the key to be successful as a trader, because it's all about the money game. So there is a trigger of emotion all the time. I would say that this is the key point. So let's see now gold, and that's why I emphasized on developing a very strong trading psychology. We do have in our program in-depth understanding of trading psychology, and it's being updated every sessions. There will be some more update coming up also. So if you are our member in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, definitely you will be able to access those material from your dashboard. Yeah, this is where the complete understanding of being a profitable trader is, to understand oneself so that you can develop that self-control. As the ancient philosopher said, that know thyself is very important. Once you know your emotion, why you are trading everything, you become master of your own self. It becomes much easier to be a profitable trader, to be a master as a trader. So it's not a one-day game. That I would say that, yeah, you can spend a little time, be patient, okay, believe that you can do it. Over time you must make it happen, no doubt. Which indicator you use, yeah, keep your very addictive. Yeah, hello coach, yeah, do you like trading on some instrument, gold or currencies, entry point, exit point? Do you do live trading? Yeah, absolutely. And Jelemo, we do all the trade that I open, I send to the students. As you can see, Aussie yen trade that we discussed, sent to the students with entry, stop loss and TP target. Any trade that I open, I send it to the VIPs with entry, stop loss and take profit, and also all the strategies explained. So yeah, definitely you can, if you want to join us also, you can click the link in the description, visit the website and then join us to learn our strategies. Okay, there's another question into which indicator you use. The indicator that I use, what you saw on the chart, is this is our 10 EMA and 20 EMA. These are the two indicators that we use. I use in my chart. This is a 20 EMA, this is 10 EMA, and the other two indicators, these are my TF indicator. You can see that where you see this buy alert. So these two are invite only indicator, is because this is basically not an indicator. This is a Pine script that I use, my favorite trading strategy, TF strategy, and that strategy I use to trade the market. As you have seen, I do open frequent trade based on this strategy. But to access that indicator, you first need to go through the strategy so that you can learn and grow, and then we can give you access. To access those indicators, you have to be a lifetime member in our academy. There is a discount going on. You can join us if you would like to access those as well. So how one should trade on news days? Ritik, on news days, there is a news trading strategy we'll discuss in depth in near future. We do have a news trading strategy based on, not during the news, but I sometimes open, you saw that during the news it's a different way, but when the news is released, no, because as soon as the news release spread widens, I normally, if I trade news, that I open before news in a way that when I see high probability that the price might go in the direction. Otherwise, if you are beginner, that I would say that do not open any trade during the news. Is always better is not to react on the news. It needs a little bit of experience, because if you make a mistake in news trading, you might blow your account. So it's important that you keep eye on that when there is a news. Better to, in the beginning, better not to trade. Okay, this is the best thing I can tell you about the news. So gold, let's see on gold. It's in the lower time frame. Let me see. Okay, so you see that gold so far, it's a little bit of in a consolidation. Once I will find an entry, I will be looking to enter as London session coming. They're definitely, as today is FOMC, as you know, that very volatile day, guys. So let's start our day with this high vibrational positive mode, that we're gonna make a great trading day like every day. We had a very good trading day yesterday also. So I'll come on live again, guys, in the next session. I hope that you enjoyed this live session. We have got a direction in the market, how it might be moving, especially I'll keep eye on gold, and you can see GBP JPY slowly turning to bullish. So GBP pairs and gold, these two pairs are like yen pairs and gold, what I would say. JPY also showing bullish. Very highly likely JPY might come down to grab liquidity, then I will be going long on JPY. It's also a very long bullish market structure. So in the meantime, guys, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Every weekend and every day I'm posting very valuable content that will help you as a trader. So I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. Everyone have time to do the two things, smashing the like button and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out. That's awesome. Thank you very much for your support. Now JPY, you can see that this is a, yesterday when we were in live, this is where the price was. This was discussing that JPY is a strongly bullish. Now if you look at this market, we draw this trend line yesterday. There is a local breakdown. It gained momentum after grabbing liquidity, and we could see that JPY, as it has gained momentum, we might see bigger move to the upside. For an entry, any kind of break to this level, I will look for buying opportunity on JPY, and all the JPY pairs almost behaving in the same way. Okay, so thank you very much, and with the time I'm going to end this session. I'll come on live again, and in that live, hopefully that we will have some great trade as FOMC coming. Let's see how it goes, and also news coming up later today. We'll be covering all of them, and until that, keep trading, keep watching, and always any position you open, manage your risk and also avoid over trading. Patience is the key in trading. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.